All right, Bobcat fans, we're here today on deck with Coach Whatley. This segment sponsored by Roof Masters and your local Hallsville Sonic. Coach Whatley, how are you today?
Good. How are y'all guys doing?
The other Coach Whatley.
The third Coach Whatley. It's we just have Whatleys coming in here every week. Now, Coach, and I'm gonna go right into it. My moving here to Hallsville, coming from where were you at before, Coach?
In Dallas.
In Dallas. What's been, I don't mean adjustment, but the biggest difference being now in Hallsville, Texas?
Definitely the change of pace. Much slower. I remember my brother telling me a lot about that. Just how it's going to be a slower pace. And I'd have to say it definitely is.
Is it more of a laid-back situation? And I guess my follow-up question would be, do you like the slower pace?
I love it. It's great.
So I got a question for you. Where you came from, was it OD? No, not OD.
No,
WT?
WT White.
Mm-hmm.
Was the baseball there the same intensity as it is here in Hallsville? Because I know when you come to Hallsville, you knew that we're here for it's serious here in Hallsville.
Yeah, it's different from the intensity. I'm not sure on that. We had a great program there and a lot of good kids, and it was a good setup. But just the atmosphere is different out here.
Well, I guess I'm not. Maybe not the intensity is what I'm asking. The expectations.
Right.
You know, here in Hallsville, you expect to win, or
For sure.
you have a for sale sign in your house not too long after.
For sure.
Is that a different from there here?
Yeah, no doubt. The standards been set here.
Are you? Do you see a different level in the baseball players that you're getting to coach here?
I'd say the biggest difference is the quantity.
Yeah, the numbers out.
We have 50 kids, 56 kids in our program here, to where I was in the 36 range in Dallas.
Yeah, we talked about it first of the season, the tryout process. You was very surprised to look over. You had 50 kids trying out where you come from. That was
right.
10,
right.
15.
Yep.
So coming from, you were the head coach there, now working with your brother, how is that adjustment taking place? Do you ever just tie into it with Chris? Or no, I'm being for real for a moment.
Yeah.
What's it like working with your brother and also kind of stepping away from being the man to helping out the man? What has that adjustment been like?
Honestly, it's been great. It gives me an opportunity to sit back and see it from a different angle. And I'd been an assistant before whenever I was at WT White for 4 years. And so just understanding, and I obviously seeing some things differently now,
Right.
I can go and talk to Chris and really help him out. So, I just kind of see it as a blessing.
You get to call the pitches. I know Coach Whatley Chris had always called the pitches in the past. Are you the one calling the pitches now?
Yeah, I take a lot of that responsibility, and also in the last month or so, kind of give some of that responsibility with Matt Houston as well. Obviously, helps to have a kid of that caliber back there.
So let's talk about your pitching staff this year. Talk about how well they've done, or what's the most improvement that you've seen, and where do you expect us to go in the playoffs? Because the playoffs is coming.
Yes, I'd say the biggest strength that our pitchers have grown has been in their ability to pitch. Early on, I thought we were throwing a lot. Where they were getting up there, they weren't really understanding. And again, that's kind of some of the ownership that I've given them with talking with Matt and our pitchers, and allowing them, like I tell most of our starters, like, if you don't like the pitch that's called, like, I am 100% okay with those guys shaking it. I would rather them be 100% committed into the pitch that they are throwing than like 70% into the pitch that I call. Now, it might be the right call, but if they're 100% committed into that pitch, it's going to be better.
You're in a baseball family.
Mm-hmm.
But what is exactly, Coach, your baseball background? What position did you play? Tell us a little bit about your past.
So I caught and I played some third base, mostly catcher though.
Yeah, and so we played baseball since we were little, is that right?
Yep.
All the way to...
Played throughout, and I finished up playing college at SFA.
Wonderful.
Did you go to 28 different colleges like Chris did?
I did not do that.
So when you first got that call from your brother, was your initial instinct, hey, I'm coming to East Texas? What was that like? How was it like relaying that to the family?
Well, I guess there was a process behind that. We had talked about it several nights, Chris and I, and then it really helped. Like I said, like when y'all started making the run last year to the playoffs, and I'm bringing the family to the games, and I think just kind of seeing the atmosphere and what it could be like out here, and the difference, and obviously the slow pace of life and change like that, I think was really the biggest thing, which made it an easy transition for the family.
Backup support that you get here in Hallsville, are y'all getting the support, the same support you did at W2Y, more support? I've always wondered what the difference between a Metroplex school in East Texas, facilities, all that. What's it like here in Hallsville compared to other places?
Well, it's amazing here, and I talked to a lot of the coaches here as well, and it's obviously different in a Metroplex when you're talking about there's 25 high schools in Dallas, so it's a lot easier when you have just one high school here. It's easier to get stuff done. As we've seen out at the field right now, it's amazing. The scoreboard, the new cage structure going up, the windscreen that's been put around the field, all these things that we've been able to do this year, that's something that's really difficult to do in a big district.
Right. And family adjusting to East Texas life?
Oh, yeah, love it.
Love it?
Love it.
Now, what else are your responsibilities here besides baseball, Coach? I mean, other sports, or are we just baseball?
So freshman football, which was great, and then I do ISS in the morning over at the high school.
So you're at ISS.
Yeah.
And I imagine it's a fun day. We'll come on there. Do you think you're more stern on your baseball boys or your ISS kids?
I think it's similar.
Similar. Well, Coach, thank y'all for joining. Thank you for joining us today. Fans at home, thank y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
Thank you.